I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair.
Hi guys, it's only me today and my mascot. My mascot is called Cozy, the alpaca, and I know it looks like a llama, but it's similar to a llama, similar. And my alpaca Cozy chose this look from me. I approve of it, and I've forgotten to put on my necklace this morning. I was rushing out of the door, rushing. It was where near my sink was this morning, where I totally forgot to put it on my heart necklace, and I noticed it this morning. I hadn't got it on. And I will wear it on Thursday. I just don't like wearing no necklace at all. I look plain and plain boring without my necklace. I like to look my best and pretty. And I totally forgot to put it on. It was near my sink. It was near where my toothbrush and my eyeliner was this morning. And I was just busy jolling around listening to my Spotify music with my Bluetooth speaker. And I was brushing my teeth while I was singing in the bathroom this morning. And I totally forgot about my necklace this morning. I was being doolallying, getting ready, and I totally forgotten to put it on. So, and I just remembered to pack Cozy in my bag this morning. I was thinking about forgetting him, but I just remembered I need him. I nearly forgot to bring him this morning because my mind was elsewhere. I wasn't fully awakened this morning. I was half asleep. I didn't feel like getting out of bed this morning. I had to drag myself out to bed, and I heard my alarm woke me up this morning to tell me 7:15, tablet time to get up. Fine. If I put it on, if I turned it off, it goes automatically silent. If I put it on silent, it wakes me up again. So, yeah. And I said, fine. If I put it on silent, it wakes me up again. So I had to drag myself out of the bed this morning. I was so wrapped up in my sleeping bag, and I was feeling cozy. And I didn't sleep well all last night. Because I didn't have a problem of my own at the moment. Because I got an extra hole on my backside, and it woke me up. And when I went to the toilet in the middle of the night, when I went to the toilet, my wee turned into red. So, and yeah, so I had to quickly put padded liners on and stuff like that to stop my knickers getting blood in them. So yeah, and and I'm on the waiting list at the moment. So I have nothing yet. I haven't heard anything yet from the doctor yet about my thing. So yeah, and that's why it's annoying me at the moment. I can't get to sleep with it because I get a sore stomach and stuff like that. And yeah, I know it's not my ladies thing. I take my tablets and it's not that. So yeah, I know it's not. So yeah, because I took digestial every night to stop my lady thing happening. So yeah. So yeah. And I'm wearing this headband that Cozy wants me to put on. This is Cozy, everyone. And he chose this flower headband because he wants me to wear a blue headband. I said something sparkly because I don't have anything sparkly on. So yeah. So I chose a bit of sparkliness. So yeah. And today I scared Helen with my blanket today. I hide underneath my blanket. And near lunchtime I put a tiny spider on her knee and to scare her. And she did not know I was under her desk. Maybe next time she had to kick me under the desk next time. If she did that, I'd take her boots off her. Yeah. Now she's being silly with my blanket. Now she's being a ghost. So, yeah. She's trying to now she's got messier. It's her own fault she messed her own hair up now, so sometimes it's my fault because I take the hat off her. So this time it's her fault. So yeah. This time I won't get into bother. So yeah. So yeah. And what we're doing today, we are doing top 10 flowers, and I put most of my favourite flowers on there. So yeah, and I'll tell you a reason why I like them. So yeah. Hi guys, reason why I love daffodils so much. It's because it's the same colour of the sun, and when the sun comes out, it makes me feel like spring is here. So yeah. So yeah, and I like daffodils. It stays out till summer, daffodils, and yeah, and I'll tell you where my nan's cat buried. My nan's cat, Charlie, is buried somewhere around the daffodils. So when I see them in spring, that's where Charlie is buried. So yeah, that's what my nan told me. She put Charlie in the garden to be buried, her garden, and she put daffodils around him. So yeah. So yeah, like she spread some of Grandad's ashes underneath my Grandad's tree. She put my Grandad's ashes underneath his tree. So yeah, there's she sends some to Lake District, some of my Grandad's ashes, and some of them to Breton Airfield of my Grandad's ashes. So yeah, my nan loves putting daffodils in her garden. So yeah, every time I stay over, I see daffodils in her garden. So yeah, it makes me feel like spring is here. So yeah, when I see daffodils in my nan's garden. So yeah, and it's also a logo for the charity thing. You see, you put like a pound coin in that money box, and you get the daffodil badge from that charity. So yeah, and I'll tell you a bit about poppies in a bit. So yeah, it's similar about poppies too. So yeah, and I like daffodils. It makes me feel like spring is here and spring is on its way. So yeah, and I'm excited for Christmas at the moment. Because I'm looking forward to spending my Christmas with my mum, my dad, my nan, and my sister. So yeah, and even of course my smelly wormy brother. So yeah, I'm going to see him anyway on Saturday. So woohoo! So yeah, put the flags up. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing my brother on Saturday evening. So hopefully I can go around and see him. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna field chat with Jed tonight. If he doesn't reply to my Facebook messages, I have to field chat with him tonight to ask him again. So yeah, and he does answer my video calls. So yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah. So daffodils is this is one fact I'm gonna read out. So yeah, daffodils is official common name for a plant that fall under a genus Niscoides, included paper white and other. Most people use them. Daffodils refer to family trumpet shape, springtime bloom. If you hear someone in England mention Lent lily, they talked about daffodils. Number 3, a gift of banquet of daffodils is believed to ensure happiness and recipe. But number 4, the legend has it that present only a single daffodil means a bad luck be on hospital. Number 5, daffodil could flower for everywhere for 6 weeks to 6 months, depending on the growing condition. Number 6, they can come back next year to let plant rebuild its bulb and cut the leaves off only when they begin to yellow. Number 7, the daffodils are natural flower of Wales. And number 8, if you spot the first daffodils of the season in Wales, your next year will supposedly to be filled with wealth. Number 9, there are at least 25 different daffodil species, up to 13,000 hybrid. Number 10, they are faithful 10th wedding anniversary flowers. Tradition hold that if daffodils fall to bloom for Chinese New Year, it will bring luck to the whole household. Number 12, daffodil contains sprout that often poison to other plants. If you mix them with other flowers in a vase and soak them in water for 24 hours, first remove them sap. Number 3, squirrels wouldn't eat daffodils due to poison crystals. Be careful to keep them away from dogs too. Number 14, daffodils are surprisingly tolerant of the cold. They're ideal flower for nurturing garden in the most regions. And about our benefit miracle powerful use of daffodils as their logo here. And the reason why I put tulips down because it's a Dutch plant, and I'm a quarter Dutch, and reason why that is because Luca's Dutch and Dekker's Dutch. Who's Dekker in my family? My mum is the only Dekker in my family that I got left. So I do have some Dutch relatives in Holland. So yeah, but I only got my mum left in York. So yeah. My Dutch nana and my Dutch opa, they all passed away. So yeah. And I'm the quarter Dutch, and I love being the quarter Dutch. It's special for me. I don't know any Dutch. I don't know any. I only know one Dutch thing. I know like the cartoon people that my mum's got a cup of and plastic plates of. So yeah, and yeah, I only know those, and I like Edam. That's Dutch cheese, and I love Edam. Anything that is Dutch I can have and eat because I love eating Dutch things. And my favourite Dutch hot drink has got to be what's it called? Aniseed. All you have to do is boil it with hot water, put the powder in a cup, and then put a boil of hot water into a cup, and then stir it, and then add milk to it. So yeah, and it was lovely. So, and yeah, I love aniseed drinks because every time my mum goes to Holland, she brings aniseed back with her. So yeah, and that's why I can't stop drinking aniseed because it's so sweet and nice. So yeah, and my mum is half Dutch and I'm a quarter Dutch. So it doesn't make any difference. I like being unique and special because I am special to her because I'm a quarter Dutch. So yeah, and my opa was named Peter Dekker. And my nana was called a name of a flower, Violet Dekker. Everybody call her Violent Dekker, or something like that. My dad called her Violent Dekker, Violent, because she loves to play fight with my dad when she was alive. So yeah, and every time I take her out in her wheelchair to Dean's Garden Centre or Lang Lang's or Bloomtree Farm, every time we take her places, she grabs my dad's backside. I don't know why, but and I'd Nana, behave. She never behave in a wheelchair, not least for 5 minutes. She keeps grabbing my dad's backside, yeah, in a playful way. So yeah, and my dad doesn't mind. He loves my nana. So yeah, and that's when my mum used to have a car, an Astra Estate. So, yeah. And it does smell like my granddad. When I get in, it smells like him. So So, yeah, working in the garage all day, that's what my granddad smells like, working in the garage. I don't mind the smell, but before my granddad met my nan, he used to smoke a lot, so, yeah. And my dad doesn't smoke, neither my mum. My nan doesn't smoke. And I know Delta does smoke, my Jed's girlfriend, so, yeah. And Liam doesn't smoke, but I think his dad, John, and his mum can smoke, so, yeah. So, yeah, I know a couple of people can smoke, but I don't mind the smell. And stuff like that. So yeah, I don't mind it. On Thursday, I'll tell you this. Friday, I went shopping, and I went to Costa, and I tried out this new hot drink from Costa. I had After Eight hot chocolate. And it was yummy. It was yummy, and it had cream on it and stuff like that. So, and it was minty at the bottom too, and I drank that too. And I had this little square thing called After Eight came with it. So yeah, and Costa's selling it at the moment. So that's why I listen to Heart FM, because it mentioned about a new drink in Costa. So yeah, that's why I listen to Heart FM. So yeah, because Radio 2 and all that silly nonsense crap radio station doesn't have Costa's drink, what they're selling. So yeah. So yeah, and at the moment they are selling Terry's chocolate orange. They're selling that. I saw it on the menu when I went in, and I chose the After Eight because I need a minty freshness in my mouth. So yeah, and it was delicious. So yeah. And I'm going again on Friday, possibly to get the Terry's hot chocolate. So Terry's orange hot chocolate. So yeah, possibly, fingers crossed. So yeah, and I'm going again in Duncan's car. So yeah. He sometimes spoils me a drink, but it was my turn to spoil him a drink. So yeah. And stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna read out a couple of facts about tulips, my lovely flower from Amsterdam. Another reason why I like Amsterdam, because of the windmills. So yeah. So yeah, let's read out a couple of facts about Amsterdam. Not about Amsterdam, about tulips. Sorry, I got my words mixed up. Tulips are most spring flower. They are seen affectionately in flower beds, fields and gardens, as well in table arrangement and botanical facts. And colour blossom are so symbol of spring. They once the most popular flower for seasonal wedding arrangement. Check out the 10 weird interests and fun facts all about tulips. Number 1, a marriage vegetation. Tulips can be divided into about 150 species, but there are more than 3 billion natural arranged general culture fairy flowers wide world. New fairy tulips are regularly created, but take each one least 20 years to go from beginning start culture to lease your local forest shop. Number 2, the symboling of tulips. Tulips have wide varied meaning, with each colour symboling something different. In general, tulips are said to symbolize love and signal spring and arrangement. Red tulips whisper true love. White tulips said I'm sorry, and purple tulips symboling royal intonates multicolours blossom. It says the flowers also symboling the Parkinson Discovery Foundation, a very troubling actual name after James Parkinson, the doctor which degrees disease named the foundation began to use for the flowers in 1980. Number 3, the price of the flowers. At the point in history, tulips was most flowers. In fact, in the 600s, in flowers were more valuable than most people home, and cost almost 10 times what a French work classmate earned in the year.
House. They tell me that I'm crazy, but I'll never let them change me.
I like daisies because this is number 3, daisy. And reason why I like daisies because I like the middle bit in the middle, and I like the white petal. So yeah, and sometimes I pick them off saying I pick them off, I pick the petal off and saying love me not, love me not, something like that. So yeah, I find it very fun and interesting saying that he loves me, or he loves me, or love me not. So yeah, I do it to Daisy. So yeah, and sometimes I do try to make daisy chains, but I'm hopeless at it. It goes wrong and I just leave it in the grass. So yeah, I just don't like doing daisy chains because I don't know how to put them together and all that. It's still complicated for me. I have tried. Mum had tried to teach me a couple of times, and it's my fingers can't coordinate how to put them together. So yeah, that's part of my disability. So yeah, so I can eat. I need help putting necklace on. I don't need help putting my bra on every morning. I just click it together and put it over my head, and that's it. Quick and easy to do. So I don't need help putting my bra on and stuff like that. So yeah, I do need help with most things. So yeah. So like I need help cooking my tea, and and some other bits and bobs. So and yeah. So when I go to one woman's bay, my mum helps me brush my hair because I ask her to part it into down the middle, and voila, it's easy. So yeah, I can't do it. So yeah, I can if I look down, but I find it hard. So it's too complicated to do that. So yeah, I like daisies because they're unique, and I like to pick them and put them in my hair sometimes, and stuff like that, to use them as hair clips. So yeah, and sometimes I pick up a daisy from the ground and put it on Alfie's collar or something like that. So yeah, and yeah, that's why I like daisies, because it makes me feel like spring is here, And when the garden of my nan, thingy-jig, he hoovers all the daisies up into the lawnmower, so there'll be none left for me to, to make into a flower press or something like that. So yeah, and that's why I love when it comes to spring, I love flower pressing. So yeah, and at the moment Helen's prattling about on her phone, and yeah, and I like it because it's a lovely when the sun comes out, it's lovely when the sun comes down and touch the daisies. So yeah, it's lovely. So yeah, let's read out a couple of facts about daisies. Daisies are a plant that grows for 7 centimeters to 1.2 meters and 3 inches 2 feet in height, depending on species. Daisies have leaves that from rosetta at the base of the stem. Daisies' leaves texture vary, may be smooth or covered with hair on the surface, leave the most species of daisies defined in several lobes and narrow base. The daisy flower stalks are generally longer than the leaves. Daisy accompany flowers that consist of the larger numbers of small flowers. The center of the daisy is called the flower head or floral disc. Through it looks like one piece of the flower head is composed of many small flowers called the disc flower. They are small and have tumbler shape. From the outer part of flowers, they look like typical petals. Each way of this floral in a riddle of flowers made up a stem caterpillar over the way flower. However, still in Ullen disc flower of floral, each petal contains one of the most earthen which houses the female reproducing component of the daisy stem. The male part of the daisy produces the pollen and fertilize the female part. The entire flower that it knows as a daisy is called a disc flower. The ray flower that is skirted by the base called pentallon. The pentallon formed from the stem of the daisy plant the whole of the composed flower together. Which insect, wood and bees are primary pollinate responsibility program of many types of plant on flowers include daisies. When bees land on daisy flower, immediately sneaks on nectar, proceeds to pick up thousand microscopic pollen grain on its body, and it moves around on the daisy, reduced to the pollen from the male to the female stem. It's also moved from flower to flower, which spent pendant hundreds of times each day. Why I love buttercups, because I like to put it underneath where my neck is and see if you love butter or not. So yeah, and that's why I love buttercups so much. So yeah, and yeah, that's the reason why. So yeah. So number one, there are nearly 2,000 different species of buttercups. Some species of buttercups have red and orange or white flowers. The scientific name of butterfly is called Wendelung. This translates from the Latin language as a little frog. This because buttercup often found grown near the water like a small frog. Number 4, all parts of buttercups are poison to both human and animal. Number 5, buttercups positive a pool of nectar on the bottom part of their petal. This is unique to the bottom buttercup and could not be found in any yellow flower. The nectar attracts many insects and helps with pollination. Number 6, buttercups are part of families, a type of Ramidish plant. Number 7, buttercups have layered reflection shell which grows them their luscious appearance. Number 8, the reception cell can be seen in action in a popular childhood game to demand if child like butter, then the buttercup placed under the chin. If it reflects, the child said it likes butter. Number 9, the flint's property can also, during white conditions, create a bright flash of light which attracts insects from a distance. And number 10, buttercups are heliotropic, which means they follow the sun. Wow, how it's cool is that? Like Helen said, there is a lavender place near Castle Howard. I said my nan can't take me there because she doesn't like driving. She doesn't like driving at night. She's not used to driving at night. I think when she gets older, she forgets how to drive at night. So yeah, she likes to be safe. So yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah, and I do love lavender. It makes me smell nice and it makes me relax and calm and stress-free. So yeah, and my mum gave me this lavender shampoo, and I finished using it and I need some more. So yeah, I need that onto my mum to get me some more bottles of it. So yeah, and yeah, I love the smell. It makes my hair nice. So yeah. I do get lavender bubble bath these days, but I prefer having bubble bath, hair shampoo thing. So yeah, I love lavender, and I do have a fake lavender plant in my bathroom at the moment. It does look like lavender, but it's fake. So yeah, and I like lavender because I grew up loving the smell. My nan does have lavender plant in her garden, so yeah. And I like lavender talcum powder. And what else I like? Lavender bar soap and lavender hand wash and lavender moisturizer, stuff like that. So yeah, I like the smell of it. So yeah. So because I love purple, and my two favourite colours are pink and purple at the moment. So, oh yeah, number 3 is white. So yeah. I've got 3 favourite colours at the moment: pink, purple, white. So, yeah. Because I love white, because my nan's car is white. And it's a Citroen C3. And it's called Pearl. So, yeah, like your that pearl necklace. So, yeah, I got a pearl headband. So, yeah, I put it on when I go to see my nan. Because I like to think of my nan's car when I put it on. So, yeah. So, yeah, because I love my nan's car a lot. It's so pearl and it's sparkly inside it. So, yeah. And my nan's got, in her boot, she's got a big cat, a big soft toy cat. And what type of cat is that? It's a Black Panther, and I called it Bagheera. So, yeah, from Jungle Book. So, yeah, Bagheera. So, yeah. And I can't wait to see him on Saturday when my nan picks me up. So, yeah. So I can't wait. I love seeing Bagheera, and I love listening to Britney Spears, Celine Dion, and Tina Turner, and Elton John, and Dolly Parton, and Celine Dion, and Kylie Minogue, and Frank Sinatra, and Cliff Richard. Oh, yeah. And Madonna. So, yeah. So she likes an old-fashioned music. So, yeah. I don't blame her, actually. So, yeah. And, yeah, I love lavender. It makes me, relax in the bath and stuff like that. So, yeah. And, I can't wait to see my nan on Saturday. I just can't. I missed her, so, yeah. What I call my nan, I call her Nanny. And when I'm excited, I call her Nanny! Like that. Because my nan is fun and crazy. She loves me too much. But at the moment, I've got a bit of a round stomach at the moment. I'm trying to get rid of it. And my nan is a feeder, and I know she's a feeder, but she's dirty in her ways. She's trying to make me healthy in her ways. It's like gives me cucumber, carrots, leaf salad, stuff like that with my tea. So, yeah. And I have grapes and banana for supper. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just love my nan. So, yeah, my nan is the best. She's the only nan I got left at the moment. Only grandparent I got left, really. So, I got only one left. And that is my nan. So, and if she's gone, I'll be devastated. So, yeah. So, I got only her left in my family. So, yeah, that is, yeah. Unfortunately for me. So, yeah. So, yeah. Because, I just think my nan is the best. She can drive to places, but she doesn't like driving at night. That's a no from my nan. So, yeah, a strict no-no. So, yeah, my nan can be strict. She can be soft and firm. So that's the way I like it, because I listen to her that way. So, and where I have my tea when it's a lovely hot day, I have my tea in the summer house, or in the somewhere in the shade, somewhere in the shade in the garden, and or I sit under the swinging bench chair, so that's got a shady bit on top of it. So, yeah. So, yeah, and she does have a summer house for me to eat in summer, so, yeah. And she makes it into a house for me where I can eat in and do what I need to do. So, I do have some Barbie horses in my ottoman in there, so, yeah. And I deck them out in summer, so, yeah. And I deck my toy dinosaurs out too in summer, so, yeah. And I do play out on my phone too and on my Kindle too, so yeah, it's something I can do outside of a house, so yeah, in the garden, so yeah. Sometimes I have a nap at my nan's house, so yeah, and I nap in my bed, so yeah, I actually get into my bed and nap. So I have a power nap. So yeah, my nan has a nap too, and I nap together. So yeah, I do help my nan out sometimes, but it's very rarely for me to help my nan out. So yeah, because she doesn't want me to help her, or sometimes she wants me to leave her alone. So yeah. So, yeah, and I can't wait to see my nan on Saturday. So, she's picking me up to stay over. So, yeah, I'm going to have to take my medication with me. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, I'm going to read out some couple of facts about lavender. So, yeah. One of the benefit of lavender oil is one of the benefit of lavender oil is it can be used to smooth aching muscle and joints, and it also helps to reduce anxiety and stress, and it also induces sleep. So it's very good for anxiety, and it's very helpful for stress too. So yeah, so that's why I have lavender in my bath. So Quick Victoria was a big lavender fan like me, so much so she requested that all her furniture be polished with lavender basic solid tone, and she further got her lavender fixed by sipper tea infused with lavender to help her settle her stomach. In the language of flowers, it means lavender reduces luck, stressful happiness. If you want to grow lavender, one of the easy plants, especially if you love one of the southern hemispheres zone of United States. This is because the plant is very tolerant, and you can harvest a stalk of lavender, drying them out in around 3 weeks. One and drained, and they can be used to make lavender oil to equate draw such as medicine. And what you can make is lavender bags. Means you dry the seeds out and put dead seeds in a lavender scent bag. So yeah, that's what you can make to make you want to smell lavender a lot. So yeah, so there's lots of ways you can make lavender, and there's lots of ways you can put lavender into things. Reason why I love bluebells, because I used to have a playhouse when I was a kid, and my blue house, my playhouse used to be called Bluebell Cottage. And it has what's it had? It had a swing outside of it, and it has a shelf where you put flowers, into. It had 4 of them. The 4 shelves of where you put flowers into. So yeah, and when you walk in, it has an upstairs to it. So yeah, and it has a ladder to get you upstairs. So yeah, and yeah, I did like my Bluebell Cottage, my playhouse, when I was a kid. It had my court in it for my dolls. It had my pram in it for my dolls, and it also had a high chair for my dolls, and it also had a barbecue. Not a real barbecue, a fake barbecue where I put toy foods on and stuff like that. So yeah, and I had a toy microwave. Not a real one, a toy one that went on batteries, and it did lit up. It works like a real thing. It lit up, and when you press the button, when you press the button, like how many minutes you want to cook your toy food for, and it lights up. So yeah, and it also had a washing machine. A washing machine. I had a washing machine. It looks realistic, but it looked when you put clothes in it, it made a sound like it made a running water sound. It had I had already had water in it, and the water was attached to the glass. So yeah, and it looks realistic. My toy washing machine, and I put all my dolls' clothes in it, and my teddy bear's clothes in it, and stuff like that, and I wash my clothes, my dolly's clothes, and even my dolly's nappies and blanket I put in that washing machine too, because it was blue, my washing machine, my toy washing machine, and it was lovely. And yeah, I had a tin of beans that looks like plastic tin of beans. It looks realistic. So yeah, and I made mud pies for my dolls. I made mud pies for my dolls to eat and my teddy bears to eat mud pies. I remember I made mud pies, so yeah. And I didn't eat mud pies, I didn't. It was tempted, but no, I didn't go that far. So yeah. And I had like a toy saucepan and a toy frying pan, and I had a toy cooker, hob cooker, whatever it's called, and stuff like that. So yeah, and I did have a tent, a castle tent too, that I put into my playhouse when I need to deck it out. And I had 2 tents, one a castle one and one in that attached to a tunnel one. So yeah, pop-up tent. So yeah, and I had fun with it when I was a kid. So, and when I went in, there was dead spiders in it and dead flies in it and dead bees in it. It was grummy. I didn't have a chance to clean it when I was a kid. So it was full of webs and full of dead spiders and all dead insects, stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah. I don't have it anymore. It's not there in my mum's garden anymore because Mum changed it for her. Oh, her shed. See, her glass shed. So yeah, that's great. So yeah. So yeah, and I like my bluebell cottage. It's something that I found attached to. So yeah. And it did have a carpet in it, and it did had it did had a light in it on the ceiling, but I think it needs new batteries in it. So yeah. So yeah, I had two cots, that rocking one and that that stand up. So yeah. And I had two prams. I had two prams. My mum's pram that she had when she was a kid, and the other one that wasn't. Look, I had lots of different prams when I was kid. So yeah, lots of different prams, and I had a kitchen unit so in my playhouse. So yeah. Stuff like that. So yeah, and I was so cute when I was a toddler going into my bluebell cottage. Yeah, and when I used to have a sandpit in the bottom of Mum's garden in York, and every time I go in, I found a toad in it, a toad. And I picked the toad up. Wasn't scared. I wasn't scared of picking it up, and the toad ran off through the bushes. So yeah, yeah, I had a sandpit area when I was a kid, and I found a toad in it, a toad or a frog. I don't know which was it. So yeah, so yeah. And then Mum saw a hedgehog in her garden in York, and she named it from Mr. Peter Rabbit books, stuff like that. So yeah, I'll read out a couple of facts about bluebells. So yeah, so. Number one, over half the world population do inches wildflowers grow in UK. Number two, bluebells protect under the Wildlife Countryside Act in 1981. If you dig up a bluebell, you can be heavily fined. And number three, ant helps to spread bluebell seeds, so if you can live near a bluebell woods, you may find them popping up in your garden. Number four, it takes 7 years for a nitrogen bluebell seeds to grow into a bulb and soon bring a flower. Number four, bees enjoy bluebells pollen and nectar. Sometimes they steal it by biting a hole in the top of the flower. The skipping butterfly. They also nectar on the bluebell, as do several moss species. Florlin used to tell the bluebell ring at daybreak to call fairies into the woods. And number 8, bluebell bulbs can turn into Elizabeth times when used to snuffle rough. Number 9, gum from the roof was used to glue feathers into an arrow and in a bookbinder. Number 10, bluebell's juice was said to cure snake bites, but simply very protect and can be toxic in a large dose. There's more than 17 species of poppy in a range of shapes or colours to suit a range of origin plants palette will translate one of strengths. It's just one of the main reasons why it suits population garden flowers. Number 2, poppy hails from an artist circle. Poppy grow mainly in North Hampshire, included artist circle with one species found in South Africa. They are part of a population family, which include general common referred to poppies such as Manchester Hill poppies and California poppies. And why? Another reason why poppies in around November time you can have that poppies that people died in the war, so you get poppy wristband and poppy badge and you get poppy badge for your car and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a Remembrance Day on around November time. So yeah, so that's why I like decking a badge of poppies or a wristband. So yeah. Number 3, Sir Chris Morrison, bred grey poppy. Artist Grand Sir Chris Morrison, keen poppy hunter after the Second World War. Morrison scoured the Suffolk countryside for variation in the common field poppies, even bred, arranged with smoking grey sheet to petal. Number 4, poppies, a flower that been crystallized for a long time, as long ago as 2700 BCE. The million as culture base around the crits, known as culture poppies for their seeds. Number 5, there are surprising number of poppies federation. The genus wide range is species wide world flowers can be extremely different. Between poppies is far less elegant than field poppies, produce flowers than Berlin flame. Number 6, some poppies are good to eat. Country poppy seeds, mineral colorant and iron are defined mainly from a poppy pea. So number 7, there are one likely being most familiar with is Papa Overton amounts the most widely grown perennial, and typical blooming flowers are made in popular insect plants designed. Most creatures were bred in Britain in early 20th century with nurturing Adrian Perry. So let's get on with number 8. Why I like clover, because I like to get 4-leaf clover, but it's very rare to get 4-leaf clover. It's very rare. I only see lots of 3-leaf clover around, but I never get lucky these days to get 4-leaf clover. Never got lucky, so yeah. So yeah, I like the clover flower on it. So yeah, they are pretty cute, the flower. So yeah. So yeah, let's read out a couple of facts about clover flower. So yeah, the plant are useful as a livestock feed, can be planted as a clover crop. or use a green manure. The flowers highly attract to bees and clove and honey and accommodate sedentary produce of clover. Clover generally sort of live herbs and fruits alternate leaves and usually three-tooth leaflet. The very small fragrant flower crowded into denim nearly subphrase head or spikes and can be white, pink, red or yellow. The small dry fruit usually contain one or two seeds. May species to tolerate shade with mirroring the foot traffic very well and often found in lawns. The plants are spurry species. A number of foliage disgrace in common leaf rot.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York?
There are 1,000 types of thingy jakes. There are 30 species, over 2,000 culture of Dalvalane. The culture calculated based on the size of flowers, pattern, how they resemble other flowers like water lily and culture bloom. The large decorated types of culture types amount the most popular. Many fairies used to cut flowers garden. Number 2, stop it. Helen's clicking on Milka's getting the my skin. Number 2, Dalfania, originally classified as vegetable. Dalfania named for after 18th century Sweden. Andre Dahl. He actually Dahl it as vegetable because of the edible tube. The tube is said to be taste like mix between potatoes and radishes. I thought we had tried to confirm. Number 3, people use Dalvalane at wedding for their symbol. The common wedding flower, not only for their looking, but for their look, but also for their symbol meaning during the Victorian era. Dalvalane was still symbol of common everlasting union. They also used to respect inner strength and creates an elegant. Number 4, Dalvania, creation in Central America. Dalvania pinta is a natural flower of Mexico because the plant was first reckoned in country in 1615. The first tube was sent over to Europe by spinach settling in Mexico before insulting the tube of Dalvania used to balance blood sugar due to the high filtration consumed. The petals were used to treat dry skin, infection, rash, and insect bites. Number 5, there's no blue Dalvania. Dalvania flowers can come in every colour but blue. But 19th century, a London newspaper fence of £1 to first breed a country of blue Dalvania. The award had never been claimed, but there have been mentioned to paint that are near blue but not true blue flower, like many flowers filtration trees, and there is also no pure black filtration, only dark red, dark purple. Reason why I like pink blossom, because I only seen them in trees, so yeah, cherry pink blossom, so yeah, and I like the cherry pink blossom trees because I like the flower on the trees. So when I used to be a kid, I pick one off from the trees in my nan's garden, and put them in my hair, make it look like I had a pretty pink flower hair clip. So yeah, and stuff like that. And I used to put one on while I was swinging in my nan's garden in the swing that Grandad made in the tree. So yeah, so it's not there anymore. That fortunately, that swing is not there anymore. So yeah, and I did like swinging on it and spinning on it too. So yeah. Yeah, when I spinned on it, it made me spin around. So yeah, and I didn't mind it. So yeah, so I like. My nan did have a couple of pink cherry trees, pink blossom trees in her garden, but she chopped it down. They are not there anymore. So yeah. And I'm a bit sad. I'm missing seeing the cherry blossom in her garden. I'm missing it. So yeah, and yeah, yeah. I like the cherry blossom because it's one of my favorite color. It's my favorite color is pink. So yeah, and that's why I like pink, because it makes me think about spring. So yeah, and yeah, and that's why I like blossoms, because it makes me feel like spring is on its way and stuff like that. So yeah, now I'm collecting bird feathers in my nan's garden at the moment, because you know the film Dumbo. Dumbo thought the feathers make him fly. I used my imagination to imagine Dan flying with a feather. So yeah, so that was my imagination. So yeah, from Dumbo. So that's why I like Dumbo. So yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah, so yeah, that's why I like blossoms, because they're cute and pretty, and that's why I like pink. So yeah, and let that and with a couple of facts about cherry blossoms. So yeah, in Japan, the cherry blossom are usually country are world famous tourist flock to the country each spring to try the century-old active called Hana or flower view. If you don't have to fly to Japan, you see them through in the US. The cherry blossom of Washington D.C., New York City, Philadelphia, and St. Louis settle. St. Francis and Boston all boost on their own way. The flowers can also be found in many Europe and Ethnic culture, as well as Brazil and Australian in South Hampshire. I can buy myself flowers, write my name in. What we're doing next week is top 10 trees, and who's going to be mascot for that? I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. It's a type of pig, and it's a type of pig. So yeah, and that's all I'm gonna give you. It's a type of pig, and comment down below. If you guessed it right. So yeah, and Thingy J Cozy the alpaca want to say bye. And next week I'll keep pranking Helen again. So yeah. And it's because she needs a sister like me to sort her out. So yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah, and when I go home, she'd be kicking me out of the door. So yeah, and stuff like that. So I'm tempted to put whipped cream pie in her face. To mess all her makeup up. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. I'm so evil towards my sister Helen. So we are not related, but we are sisters in heart. So yeah. And I get along quite well with my sister Helen because she's nutty like me and a drama queen like me. So yeah, and she's pretty like me. So yeah. And all it matters. Now I'm wearing eyeliner to be like her, so yeah. And that's another thing, so yeah. I'm not gonna cut my hair to her length, no, I like it long. I like it this length, so yeah. And in summer I can tie it back, so yeah, I like it this length, so yeah. So in winter I like it this length because it keeps my back of my neck warm. So yeah. And stuff like that. So yeah. So and it also keeps my ears warm. So yeah. So yeah. And llama saying bye, alpaca saying bye, and I'll see you next week on the Lulu Nutty Show. And comment down below what flowers that you like. What's your favourite flower that you like out of your top 10? So yeah. So hit the like button, hit the big thumbs up like button, and subscribe to my channel down below. So yeah, and I hope you enjoy your fantastic day. So yeah, and open your advent calendar because it's getting near Christmas. So yeah, and ho 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 ho, Merry Christmas. And Helen is getting ready to bed because she's putting a blanket all over her legs. So yeah. I'm a bit worried she's gonna strip off in front of me, so yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I know she's getting ready for bed. That is extreme. So yeah. So yeah, I'll say bye from there, and I'll see you next week on the Lulu Show. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.